Second half of week 5 in the books. This is it, folks. As we move into the final week, we got probably like the craziest weekend we've ever had, bookended by like the most boring day in Shark Tank history. Sylvia's gone. We get the return of some old friends, the introduction to some new ones. We also say goodbye to some new ones as well. And then we get more old friends, more new friends. It's actually crazy how many people like pass through the tank over the weekend. Chris probably has one of his most epic moments in the show, just bailing super hard. And then we get the dreaded walking challenge that everyone seems to be a huge fan of. All that and more in today's episode, but if you want to check out all the past ones, click up there in that little playlist, and you can also subscribe to this channel if you want to check out, I guess, the only 2 remaining episodes in this series. Day 32. Mauro gets revenge on Betty on behalf of Letty. Betty seems upset by this and is pulled downstairs, and the producers gather her luggage. Perhaps she could dish it and not take it, or perhaps she sobered up and realized she showed her titties online. Either way, Betty is officially gone. A new shark gets introduced. I'm pretty sure this is YouTuber Turkey Tom or Tom Dark. He definitely was in the house, and I think he did make an appearance outside of the shark costume. He's also friends with Jet, so it's kind of a relationship there. My best guess is the mysterious new shark was him. I would give his content a follow. I'm a fan. Josie finds Chip sleeping in a pile of garbage.
Vance, come here. Vance, come quick.
What?
You know CPR, right? You did it on Chris. Hurry, with a sickness.
Oh shit. Hey, you shit.
Chip?
You that?
Is that Chip?
He stays the night but leaves at some point because he was blackout drunk. Chris lost his bag and had his 100th mental breakdown. Mauro and Chris seem to have been at odds all day. They have a heated exchange by the bathroom upstairs.
My first day with Maria! Well, you fucking should, because I'm fucking real and I'll say shit to your face every fucking time.
Day 33. Chip almost dies. Chris is officially requested to leave the tank. On his way out, at some kind of peace offering, Mauro and Chris agree to slap each other. Mauro definitely takes advantage of this and slaps the shit out of Chris.
Oh! God damn!
As the Alex Stein meter quickly reached 100%, Alex Stein and Dontarius, his wife's boyfriend, have been added as the newest freeloaders.
Hey guys, my nigga right there.
I noticed that nobody here has a mask on. Do you guys mind putting on a mask for the duration of the show?
We don't have it.
Well, we can make masks. Are you vaccinated for COVID-19?
Alex, could you introduce your relationship with Dontarius, how you guys know each other? Because you guys are pretty tight.
This is Dontarius, and the reason he doesn't have a mask on is he's vaccinated and boosted. This is my wife's boyfriend.
Alex Stein, if you don't know, he's like a right-wing troll. I would say like kind of like in the lane of Frank Castle, just toned down, obviously. He did the AOC Big Booty Latina bit, if you're familiar with that.
AOC, my favorite Big Booty Latina. I love you, AOC. You're my favorite. She wants to kill babies, but she's still beautiful.
Chris returns because it turns out he was just filming World Peace 2. During his return, Letty took a hit off his CBD joint. This leads to Letty now being under investigation for breaking the first rule: no weed.
Letty, let's get a trip report.
Trip report? CBD trip report?
How high are you on a scale of 1 to 100?
0. Slime.
What do you think? How high is she?
At least 99.9.
Frank Castle returns with the sole goal of making Mauro leave after seeing what he did to Chris. Within 15 minutes of Frank returning, he kicks the door open on Mauro taking a shit, and then Mauro just cries and leaves.
Is it occupied? They come in? Yeah, I know. What's going on? I was fucking thinking of
Hey, bud. You forgave him already? After we slapped him?
And then he like bitch slapped you. It was like violent and mean. There was like ill intent, right? What happened up there? What's happening? Mauro. You're leaving? Mauro. You're bitching out already? He's going home! He opened the fucking door when I was taking a shit, and he fucking threw something that hit me in the head, so.
As he's leaving, Frank tells him, no, you're not allowed to, and just grabs his luggage and starts throwing it around the house, just showing him how little control he has over the situation. He ended up just running downstairs and kind of crying and leaving. R.I.P. Mauro. YouTuber Brendan Buckingham and a fat black hooker named Soraya swing by. They brought in the hooker for Chris to get him some pussy. They go upstairs to bedroom 4. She starts massaging Chris and then finds a poo stain on his shorts and on the bed.
Honestly, I'm scared to lay down, I'm not even gonna lie. Because I feel like the bed is kind of dirty. I'm scared to lay down on that bed. And honestly, I'm so sorry, but when I was like massaging you, there's something on like
it's
your butt crack.
Old stains from fucking airsofting.
What's that?
Old stains from airsofting, sliding in dirt.
Okay, I'm like, it looks like poop stains, and I got scared.
You're good.
Okay, well, I definitely need some more money now, because, you know.
Chris locks himself in the bathroom after the shame and embarrassment he was put through. Day 34. Vance shaves his head, Josie shaves her eyebrows. Frank manages to get him to come downstairs and gets him a haircut too.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Frank and Brandon leave for the night. It's honestly hard to condense just how fun and crazy this night was. Like, there's no way I could there's too many things to like package into like a digestible little 2-minute section. Like the balancing act of Frank Hassel's chaotic energy and Alex Stein's counterbalance of like goofiness that gets brought into the mix, and all the little, like, you know, the fat black hooker, all the bits that they were doing and everything. It was like hands down the most fun I've had watching Shark Tank in one night. I felt like Josie, like I was like sensory overload. There were so many things going on in different rooms, like I didn't know where to look even. Brandon returns in the afternoon for the vegan cooking challenge. Chris vomits milk on Letty, so she dunks his clothes in the toilet.
Everyone better get an umbrella.
Out of control, that she just threw a couple piss on my shit.
No, she didn't.
No, I
Yeah, just take the fucking bathroom piss.
I didn't throw bits on your stuff.
Guess what's gonna happen to your whole fucking bag?
Josie comments LA, and Josie should be
You're
praised.
gonna put piss on everything, dude!
Didn't put bits on anything.
It's also worth noting that the night prior, Frank Hassel dumped, well, multiple beverages on Letty and then just a cup of toilet water. This led to a toilet ceasefire as far as anyone is concerned. Toilet or contents within the toilet or the water in the said toilet are all off limits for the time being.
I mean, come on. Literally 24 hours ago, I stepped in because toilet water was too far. I didn't like that.
I didn't throw it at him. It's more psychological because it's on his clothes. Threw up on me. Is that allowed? Is that allowed?
Throwing up milk?
That's fucked up. I'm not being treated like a human here.
Yeah.
Like, that is inhuman. Like, that's fucking disgusting.
Spitting milk on people?
Yes.
Chat, weigh in. What's worse? Toilet water play? Toilet play?
No, but I didn't throw.
This sends Chris into like this violent rage, and I think it leads to like probably the most memeable moment in the show's history, where Chris falls up the stairs extremely slowly but hits super hard.
I'm a ghost
Chris is now only more angry at Letty, so Jet has to specify that you can't dunk things in toilets either. The water is not allowed to leave the toilet.
It's okay this time. No more toilet. What? No more
Okay,
toilet.
no more toilet.
No more toilet.
But
Letty! No more toilet. No more toilet, Letty.
But tell him not to fucking throw up on me, spit on me, or throw dildos at me.
Before leaving, Brandon teaches the tank how to wrestle.
Oh, get out of there, baby! Get out of there! Do it for your wife, baby!
And at night, Alex wants to raise the entity in a seance in the garage. He makes Josie paint a pentagram. Her commentary is hilarious.
This feels wrong. I feel like I shouldn't be doing this. I feel like he's baiting me. I feel like I shouldn't be doing this. This feels wrong. I don't want to draw this. I don't want to draw this. This feels wrong. This feels satanic. I'm not satanic. I don't want to draw this. This is weird.
Day 35. They manage to summon the entity and eject its spirit from the tank.
To clear your name. Clear your name. You know you didn't do this.
Dontarius and Alex are kicked out of the tank after Dontarius is caught smoking crack.
Dude, you cannot. Yes, you gotta go. You cannot smoke. You cannot smoke crack in your mouth.
Come on. It's just a little bit, man.
Oh, what the fuck is this? A glass pot? What the fuck is this? I told you not to fucking smoke crack in this house!
Why didn't you tell me he smokes crack? You're gonna
I didn't know, I thought he was clean! I told you to be clean when you came back in this house!
Nice.
Dude, if you're kicking him out, I'm fucking going with him. I'm not fucking staying here with my wife's boyfriend. What, Jet? I don't think you're fucking right! Dude, Lenny smells fucking cigarettes. I started doing coke. So Lenny's the one. Yes, you do, you know! Oh my gosh, but you were talking about how you want to smoke a cigarette with a little coke in it. That's what you said! Lenny's a... Why do you care? Oh, do you care that Dontarius is smoking crack? You shouldn't, because you're a cokehead.
I didn't say anything about Dontarius smoking crack, so why are you singling me out?
I just you guys are killing me right now!
Lenny, do you actually do? Have you been smoking
No,
coke?
I haven't smoked cigarettes or done coke in here. I mean, I did smoke like half a cigarette.
All right.
Okay, so you didn't lie!
That has nothing to do with the problem at hand, Alex.
And with only 3 fish remaining, plus Chris, we have to move into our next elimination challenge. Gold Striker arrives and starts the fan favorite walking challenge. Now this isn't the elimination challenge, but whoever wins this will have immunity from the elimination challenge. Basically the challenge is that they just have to keep moving, something that probably sounded like a fun bit on paper, but it just ended up with like 9 hours of people walking. Chris and Letty get taped together, so do Josie and Vance. Letty is forced to watch Chris take a poop. Letty is DQ'd pretty early.
You're out.
What do you mean?
You're not walking, you're fucking standing there.
Surprise. Out of nowhere, John makes his return to the tank.
And a native.
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
How are you? I heard a lot about you.
Oh, what about you too?
Very weird.
Boring as the walking challenge had become, it did eventually come to an end. Josie was victorious.
Oh my gosh, Fish Boss! Fish, you okay?